So, you guys, welcome. This is going to be the last episode of Catalyst Blueprint. From here on, we're going to work on a lot more detailed things. We're going to start posting more phone calls. We're going to start really diving into the little nitty gritty details. I wanted the Blueprint series to be something where you log into Catalyst, you can watch all the videos, you can jump into the platform and the 28-day blueprint, focus on your business for a month, and you are self-sufficient and you're running within your own means. You're not being dictated by other communities, other groups, other group leaders, gurus, none of that. I wanted to eliminate all of them and just have it so you are ready to operate on your own, make your own money on your own terms. You're not having to pay crazy assignment fee splits. You're not having to do anything else, but hopefully just use Catalyst and operate your brand, your network independently of anybody else. A huge goal that everyone has told me of theirs, where most people I talk to, is they want to create some sort of passive income from wholesaling, whether it be them investing, whether it be them hiring, whatever. So I would say, this is going to be your greatest pathway to that life and that situation, that career, where I personally don't believe any business is actually truthfully passive. I think this is as close as you can get to a wholesale business that allows you the luxuries that I think you want when you say you want a passive business. So we're going to dive into all the stuff we covered up until this point, and then majority of the day we're going to spend focusing on the 28-day blueprint. I went in, watched all the episodes. I took notes as throughout. I was building everything out for you guys. So the 28-day blueprint is going to be my best suggestion and what I think would be the path of least resistance to getting a deal and building a wholesale business, right? So episode 1, we literally said, what is wholesaling? What are we doing? What's our goals? What do we want it to look like? So, what is wholesaling? We're getting the most marketable contracts that we can get. Marketable as in you're allowed to assign it, number one, and number two, it's desirable for an investor or buyer to purchase, whether it be residential or investing. You are taking something of significant value and making it more significant to make your cut of the money, and hopefully using creative finance or really good negotiation tactics or techniques to provide value and make money. Wholesaling really is just solving problems. It's not just assigning contracts. And what everyone's been doing over the past, 6 weeks since we started the Blueprint series and all of our live streams and discussions is we're sharpening our skill set to be more valuable than a real estate agent or another wholesaler, somebody's mentor or their dad who they listen to for all their real estate stuff. We're sharpening our skill set to be able to come to the table with things that they either don't know, don't have confidence in, or weren't looking in the right places to find out. We are the people who hold the skill set that allows them to get things done that they might have not thought of or didn't know were possible, right? Especially here at Catalyst with creative finance strategies. Episode 2 is going to funnel directly into that. Sure, you're going to learn all this stuff. You're going to learn how to underwrite. You're going to learn how to negotiate. You're going to learn all this cool stuff. But then why should somebody trust you? Why should they care? What's your reputation? What is your brand? So episode 2, we went and we created a brand together. We designed logos, talked about our core values, our code of ethics. Anything and everything that's important to you guys needs to be easily transferable in your branding so somebody recognizes it. It needs to be something that you can refer to. And throughout the rest of the episodes, I talked about what can I refer to in moments where I don't know what to do. And typically it was our code of ethics and our morals and our company slogan and our branding, or just being, hey, my reputation's worth more than this deal. So all of episode 2 was creating your brand, creating little moments where you can build your reputation, and then also understanding that every conversation, every move you make, every phone call is an opportunity to network and to solidify your brand. Which then brings you into episode 3, which is launching your system. So we talked a lot about utilizing Catalyst Pulse, what techs you need or softwares that you need. Do you need a CRM? Do you need a dialer? Do you need an SMS blaster? What do you actually need to launch your system? And then at that, can your business operate tomorrow? If I were to give you 100 leads, if I were to say, hey, here's 100 leads, what are you going to do with it? Are you ready to do it? Which then once your system's launched and you focused on your brand and you learned all the stuff, how to wholesale, how to network, how to communicate, how to negotiate, how to underwrite, all these things, are you ready for the obstacles? Is your business ready to have the obstacles? Because you guys are going to go start a business. You're going to be super excited the first month, 2 months, and then the obstacles hit. Are you prepared for them? Do you know how to recognize them? And then on top of that, what's the one excuse that probably got you here in the first place? What's the one thing you've been hiding behind? What's the one thing that's been holding you back? So we talked a lot about obstacles. What's the stuff going on in your life or in your business that's going to stop you from being successful? Right out the gate, I want to address that stuff because most people getting into wholesaling, usually I see one of three reasons. One, they already have a real estate experience and they want to make money without spending money and they want to become investors, right? Two, they're desperate. They need the money. They need it. They're in between jobs or something bad happened. They learned from some guru or community or something that this is the way to do it, and they fell for marketing. And they didn't understand that it's actually earned skill and it's not just getting lucky. Some people do get lucky, but it's not just getting lucky. Or three, you just want to get out of a 9 to 5 and own your life, right? So one of those three probably applies to all of you. For me, it was I understand real estate and I want to invest and I want to grow my portfolio without, having to spend $100,000 of my own money. If I can go make it and then flip it and then turn it into this, that, and the other, that's what I'm going to do. So what's your reasoning is a huge part of why you're in it. But is that enough for you to break the barriers, track the obstacles, and to grow your business early? You know what I mean? Because you're going, like I said, you're going to get excited. That first 1 to 3 months, you're going to be hyped up, and then something's going to happen. A deal might fall through. You might not get any deals. I don't know. But you got to be ready to break the barriers. So we had a whole episode on recognizing the obstacles, how to get by common obstacles. And that leads directly into Catalyst Pulse, which was our next episode, where that is a system that tracks everything going on in your business. So, what numbers are you tracking every day? What is the most important metric to you in your business? What issues are showing up? How do you solve them? What's the good stuff going on in your business? Are you talking about the good stuff or are you only focusing on the bad stuff? Because if you have a business that only focuses on the bad stuff, typically you're going to find yourself not wanting to work every day. You need to focus on the good as well as the bad. So having all of those systems and everything in place that recognizes it, it helps you eliminate those barriers that we talked about in the episode previous because it is always at the forefront because data is always at the forefront. If my data reflects something's going on with my leads, I know it's an obstacle. And if I know it's an obstacle and I'm identifying what's going on, and I'm creating goals and to-dos to eliminate those obstacles are gone and out of my business, and now I'm able to operate on a way higher level and more efficiently than most people. So that entire episode's all about that. Very important, probably the most important episode of the series if you ask me, but that's also because I'm super data driven, and that whole system that I taught you guys is how I'm able to go and consult other businesses. I don't need to be in the business to know how to manage it and scale it and operate at a high level because I know that system. So if you're going to watch just one of these episodes, episode 5 is the one to watch. Episode 6, conversion, super important, obviously, for you guys. If I gave you a list of 100 leads, how many of them could you convert to a deal? How many conversations would you have? How many follow-ups would you schedule? How much are you focusing on your verbiage, your opening, your objection, all that stuff we covered. We covered objections across various deals throughout all of the episodes, but specifically in episode 6, that's one that we really covered. And not only did we cover seller objections, but also buyer objections and things that pertain to getting contracts across the finish line. And we dove even more into that in episode 7. Right. So from contract to cash, it was all the stuff that might come up during dispositions, buyer objections, anything that you would need to have prior to marketing your deal to allow you to effortlessly market your deal and not have to pay people to dispo your deals. Now, where a lot of this stuff ties into us here at Catalyst is I would rather teach you all of that stuff, your entire business, how to dispo your own deals, all that stuff, and you just utilize my software and we create an amazing network, right? I want it so when you log into Discord or into the website, you have a powerful network of people who actually get it, understand it, want to be here, want to be a part of it, because it's not only focusing on, I want to dispo your deal, me. I want to dispo your deal. I want you paying me 40% of every deal. I want this. I want that. I don't give a shit. I do not care. I can't tell you how much I don't care about that being my business model. What I care about is that you guys continually utilize the network because it's powerful, because it has people that I vet, that I say should be here, that I pick to be here, that I help coach or mentor or worked with, talked to on the phone at whatever time of the day and said, hey, these people work hard and they want to be a part of it. That to me is where my value is. It's not by just scooping up assignment fees on deals that I barely touched and I was able to find a buyer on. Which brings me to all this stuff throughout the episodes, all 7 episodes that you guys have watched. It's going to lead you to needing certain things. And I want to be the person who gives you the certain things that you need, whether it be CRM, lead generator, buyer generator, platform, NCLOIs, deal marketplace, whatever. And that's what we have at Catalyst Command. That's the stuff that you shouldn't waste your time doing, and you should be able to effortlessly do. That's where Catalyst comes in and says, hey, this is where we're valuable. So with all that being said, today we're focusing on episode 8, which is recap and the 28-day action plan. So for anyone following along, hopefully all of you are, I posted the Catalyst 28-day blueprint. I will share this again for you. This blueprint is going to be everything we worked in the video, all the episodes, all the videos. It's going to cover it and help you implement it right away. Okay. So if you do this, you follow this weekly schedule, you follow all this stuff, I would say you got a very fair chance of getting a deal within this 28-day period. Now, if people don't do it and they come back and tell me I'm wrong, who's that on? Probably on you. I guarantee anyone does this, 28 days, spends on it. If you're not close to landing a deal, come talk to me and I will mentor you for 2 weeks and help you with it. I'm at that point now where it's like, if you don't try it, you don't really dive into it, really focus for that period of time, there's nothing else I can do other than just do it for you and tell you where you went wrong. Because this is legitimate. It will work. Utilize it with Catalyst Command and you will be successful. I'm super, super confident in that. This is designed to take you from learning and put you into an action state of mind where you are ready and willing and eager and growing and scaling your business, right? It's not just to close a deal. You're going to build a system. You're going to build habits. You're going to have the discipline required to completely and successfully build a real estate business. So following your daily schedule, your weeks, this is all here. I just scheduled your whole entire month for you right here. So by the end of the challenge, you should have over 100 properties analyzed, over 100 buyer relationships initiated, over 100 offers submitted, hundreds and hundreds of seller and agent conversations, whole bunch of networking opportunities made. Your reputation is built or starting to be built, active negotiations going on. You should have your operating routine, your daily schedule, your time block filled out, and you should know exactly what you're going to be doing every day of the week or tomorrow or whatever you want to call it. Complete CRM, organized follow-ups, buyer profiles. You should have tons of buyers by the end of this, and just a constant growing pipeline of opportunities that hopefully you are prepared to manage, because this will work. The bottleneck will be removed and deal flow will start for you. So week 1, you're going to be focusing on building your foundation, just like in our episode 1. You're going to focus on where are my skills at. I need to analyze where I'm at, what I'm doing. I need to define all of the things that I'm going to target for the next 28 days. So whether it be, if you're an investor, you're defining your buy box. If you're a wholesaler, you're defining buy boxes from your buyers, setting up your CRM, organizing your systems, getting all your systems ready. So logging in to Catalyst Command or downloading Catalyst Pulse, the Google Sheet that we have, and getting all that stuff set up. You're going to start your outreach, building your buyers list, learning your market through daily underwriting. So you're going to pick your markets wherever they may be, and you're going to start underwriting deals to find the lines that you have to operate around when you're on the phone. So your daily activities, you're looking at 10 to 20 calls. You're looking at underwriting 10 to 15 properties a day, submitting 3 to 5 a day, contacting 5 buyers, contacting agents that have buyers, other wholesalers that have buyers, recording all the activity inside your CRM, writing all this stuff down and saying, hey, this needs follow-up, this needs follow-up, this needs follow-up. And then that is going to go into your next day or the day after that. And you're continually going to be building out your schedule every day. And then you're going to go into Catalyst Pulse and you're going to update your daily KPIs, all the stuff you're focusing on for your business that says, if this number is green, I am good. If this number is red, I am bad. You need to have that information. And if it's red, you need to figure it out ASAP. Catalyst Pulse episode covers that. That's episode 5. That covers that, all of that stuff, all the indicators you need, everything. And you are going to need to set this up as soon as possible. So week 1, you are organizing and setting up the foundation for the rest of your business. Week 2 is when you start really building momentum. And who knows, week 1, with those 10, 20 conversations with agents or sellers, you might just get a deal week 1. Who knows? The idea is to always put yourself in a place to be ready for an opportunity. Okay. So now you're going to increase your activity because your system is ready. So you need to be having 20 conversations, underwriting 15 properties, submitting more offers, contacting buyers, complete all your follow-ups, keep updating your KPIs and CRM, building out your pipeline, and just really focusing on being on the phones. Now you're going to focus on improving conversion by week 3, where you're still doing 20 conversations a day, 10 to 15 properties a day underwritten, submit 5 offers, keep doing that. And now you're focusing more on your voice, your rapport, discovery, negotiation, creative finance, and creative problem solving, and your follow-ups. Week 4 comes along. You now have 21 days of data where you're able to look at where you're successful, what's working, what's not working. Hopefully you are eliminating obstacles by this point and you're reviewing all the stuff you just did in the last 21 days and just keep focusing on your daily scorecard and all the stuff that's coming in front of you. So while you're doing that, you're completing a weekly review every week as well. So you're writing down your biggest accomplishments, your best conversations, your strongest opportunity, your biggest obstacles, things that you missed, things that you lost, and you're creating your system so that doesn't happen again, right? That's where you write down your improvements. I need process to improve on. I need a skill to practice. I have to have a goal for this week. And Catalyst Pulse is really going to do all that. But this is just me saying, hey, just start at this baseline. Focus on one to 3 markets, make 20 calls a week, underwrite 15 of them, offer on as many as you can, keep focusing on your phone calls and your follow-ups and your network. You are bound to have a deal before the 28 days is up, in my opinion. So I gave you what a daily operating schedule should look like. How you guys time block this is going to be completely up to you. I know some of you guys have jobs, some of you are in different time zones, so the starting time might be a little bit different. So you're going to be wanting to do something along these lines. This is what I would recommend is, wake up, review your KPIs and your priorities, take half hour to do all that. By 9:30 I would be calling sellers and agents. I would do that until about 1 p.m. Then I would start calling buyers and doing underwriting and submitting LOIs and offers. So 1 p.m. I would be doing property underwriting, submitting offers and LOIs. By 2 p.m. I would be focusing on buyer outreach and network. 3 p.m. I'd be managing active opportunities. So all the stuff that's going on, all the stuff that needed my follow-ups, all the, you get on the phone with the agent, they send you four properties because the one property might not have worked, but they got a couple listed. I'm looking at all that stuff, all the stuff that is potential to make me some money. That's what I'm looking at it then. I'm not looking at that in the morning. In the morning, I'm looking at new opportunities. And the rest of my day, I'm focusing on the stuff that needs follow-ups, this, that, the other, that I can keep continuing my pipeline. Update your CRM, all of your organization, all the stuff you're working on there. Review your entire day and then set up for the next day, right? So your day somewhat should be time blocked and looking like that to some capacity. Like I said earlier, it's all going to be subjective to your own time constraints, what's going on in your life, if you have another job, whatever you're focusing on. But if you do something along these lines, I would say you're well on the path to success in terms of wholesaling and creating a business that does it. So at the end of 28 days, I want you guys to look, how many conversations do I have? How many properties did I underwrite? How many offers do I submit? How many buyers do I have? Is it too many? Is it too few? Am I going to be able to keep myself in the forefront of their mind when they need a deal? How much did I follow up with them? Total negotiations, how many contracts you got, how many deals are closed or scheduled to close. And in that, you're going to be able to identify your strongest skill, your weakest skill, the biggest bottleneck in your business, and you'll be able to set up your core focus for the next 30 days. And all of this, if you are tying it into Catalyst Pulse, episode 5, you're going to see how this is all going to connect with your company's goals already as it is. You're going to see how your skill set can be of value to you and your business, and how important it is for you to get rid of the bottlenecks and the obstacles and stuff holding you back, right? With all of that being said, week one here in episode 5 or within the blueprint series, and week 1 within the 28-day blueprint is going to be the most important part. So definitely urge you guys, go along with episode 5, set up your Catalyst Pulse, make sure you have good software. If you need software, obviously Catalyst Command has it. Make sure your system is set up and ready to go, because once you start making 20, 30, 40 calls a day and placing 10 offers, 15 offers a day, it's going to become a lot. It's going to snowball. If you aren't ready to track it, manage it, and handle it, you are going to be unsuccessful and you are going to fail, and then you're going to call me and blame me. And it's not going to be my fault. I won't own that. I won't own it being hard because it worked. I want you guys to be ready and prepared. So again, episode 5, week 1, pour everything you got into setting that up correctly. And if you need help setting up Catalyst Pulse, DM me. I will help you. We can jump on a live stream and we can do it. I'll record it and I'll send it to you so you have everything right there to do it. Make sure you set that up well. And if you need help, I will help with it. So lastly, you're going to look at just your overall principles, right? So just remembering that consistency will compound. And that is why I'm telling you to have your system ready. Consistency compounds. The more consistent you are, the more reliable you are, the more you focus on your networking, your reputation, your brand, all those things, the more you underwrite, all that stuff, the better you get, the better you look, the better you feel, the better you operate. That compounds. That will result in you not having to call as much to get deals. I'm at a point now where people call me to sell their deals. I don't call them. And that's because I focused on brand, network, reputation. That is not me blowing smoke. That's not me messing with anyone. That's not me being arrogant or cocky or trying to come off a certain type of way. That's me being good at what I do and focusing on my reputation and my brand. That's it. That is absolutely it. And one of the biggest things I say, like, what was it? I don't even remember what episode it was, but I follow up better than anyone else. I'm constantly following up. I'm constantly being like, yeah, I got to call that guy. I got to talk to them right now. I need to know what's going on at all times. So I follow up at all times. I make stuff happen at all times. You need to do that. You need to follow up. You need to create opportunities from your follow ups. Every conversation is building experience. Every offer is creating momentum. Every relationship has long-term value. Everything I'm saying feeds into another. It's just a constant wheel. It's like that recycling sign or whatever. This whole ecosystem we created here at Catalyst, it all feeds into each other. Your system creates scalability, and a scalable system outperforms somebody who's just motivated and getting on the phone. Execution produces results. Every relationship has value. Networking produces more opportunities. More opportunities produces more reasoning for good organization and a solid system that you can rely on. A solid system you can rely on outperforms anybody else. Continually just cycles in a circle of what is the most important part of my business. It's all important. And if you're not focusing on one part, you're going to see it, especially if you have Catalyst Pulse set up. You're going to figure out the parts that you are neglecting very easily because the system is set up to expose it. So knowledge without execution produces zero results. If you aren't going to do it, you will have no results. If you are going to half-ass it, you will have half-assed results. And then you'll come to me and blame me because I'm the one teaching it to you, right? So the purpose of all this is so you establish the habits, you establish your system, the discipline required to operate consistently within this space. And if you do that, you focus on your daily operations, your daily routine, your time blocking, your reputation, your networking, your branding, all this stuff, and just rely on the hard work. It's going to take a week. You rely on that week, pour everything into that week, and you rely on it when shit is tough, when shit is confusing, when things don't go your way. You now have something to rely on. That's going to make it so you got the bumper guards and your bowling strikes all day. Sometimes you'll miss, and that's okay. But you're creating something that makes it so you miss a lot less. And to me, that's what you need. So over time, consistency is going to compound. It will build momentum. It'll build more relationships, more opportunities, and ultimately more signed checks. That's what everybody wants. Ideally, you guys get to a point where your business is awesome. It's flowing. You're in a flow state. You start hiring and you can just double, triple, quadruple your efforts and consistently scale your incomes or get into new markets that you want to be in. Does that make sense to everyone? Sorry, that was a lot of consistent talking. Were you guys able to follow along? I wanted to make it very simple to follow that checklist. Keep doing this, keep doing this. Just do it for 28 days. Nothing else. I don't want to hear anything else. I don't want to nothing else. I don't want anybody else's strategies. I don't want, well, I should go do this. I don't want any of that. I just want this strategy. I don't care what other communities are doing. I just want this strategy to be done. Stick to it for a month. That first month might suck. First few months might suck, to be honest with you. But once you have that breakthrough, you're going to realize, oh, I only have to work 25 hours a week. Have to. Now, should you? No, you should still be committing as much as you can to it because it's business. I'm sorry, if there's anybody who promises you guys that you can make a ton of money with no effort, not worrying about anything, that shit is not real. It's not real. It's an earned skill, wholesaling, and you gotta commit to it to be able to make money. I will not sit up here and lie to people. Dude, the amount of marketing I see now, because I look it up and I look at what people are doing, because I'm really going to start pushing marketing. I can't do what they do. I won't. It does not sit with me. As far as I'm concerned, 99% of people are just scamming. You want to make a check like this? Like this? How about this? Like this? How about that? No, dude. Fuck off. It's not that easy. It's never been that easy. People get lucky and then they post about it. I don't give a shit, man. I won't do it. I'm starting to get pissed about it, actually. Like, it's starting to actually bother me because those people I could actually help and teach and work with and would never ask much from them other than commitment, they end up getting screwed over by somebody else who does this with checks popping up on the screen. I don't like that shit. Donna, I don't think you are behind. I think you're going exactly how you should. Early on, if the growth isn't slow, it gets really hard and it can tailspin very quickly. So slow, manageable, thoughtful, and impactful growth like you are doing right now is incredibly important. So like I do want to say, like, it might feel a little monotonous or draining or tiring or like you're not doing enough, but trust me, as somebody outside looking in at what you're doing and everything you've showed me, you are right on time. You're on schedule, you're not behind, because there's a lot of people, and I won't call anybody out, but there's a lot of people I talk to who tell me all this stuff and they don't do a thing. They like getting excited. People like getting excited. That's it. Dale Carnegie said it himself. The best way to sell somebody is show more excitement than them. So if I'm like up here super excited, yeah, this is the best, check, 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 check. Sure, you guys are going to love it. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm excited about? You actually trying. And Donna, that's what you do every day. You're always here, you're always talking, you're always figuring stuff out, you're always working on yourself and what you're doing. That is something that gets me excited and should get you excited, and you gotta recognize what you're doing. That's it right there. Excitement wears off. It does. And that's where most businesses start to take downturns. New businesses. That's why I've been talking about. You're gonna be excited first 2-3 months, yeah. Then shit's gonna hit the fan. Where's the excitement now? Oh my god, this is hard. This is not as exciting as I thought it would be. This isn't what they told me it would be. And then you leave. And then you go try something else. Probably go try day trading or AI models or some bullshit. Get rich quick scheme and just keep blaming people. People commit and they actually do it. This is the only community you need. That's a fact. That's how I feel. I'm getting sick and tired of everybody. I'm gonna start calling them out too. I've been cool. I've been like chilling, like in the background. Nah, like these guys are bums, dude. They're bums. Only reason they don't look like a bum is because they make so much money off of other bums. That's what they do. Want to get rich quick? Sell a dream to a man who doesn't have anything. Not calling anyone out. I mean, shit, I'm calling out. If the shoe fits, I'm sorry it does. The way I look at it. I've been transparent since day one. Always have, always will be. Shit, I think I'm wearing the same hat that I wore on our first stream. Notice how everything else changed around me. All the people changed around me. Everything changed. Because I stopped. Like, these guys are bums. A lot of these people are not it. They act like they are and they're not. I'm getting frustrated with it because of how much work I put into it, and people still ask for more or ask for handouts without ever trying. That's what bothers me, because other communities promise, whereas I actually teach you how to execute. Do you see the difference? Like, I could give you a fish or I could teach you how to fish. Same thing. I'd rather teach you how to fish. Not only am I teaching you how to fish, I'm also teaching you how to sell the fish, cook the fish. The only thing I'm not doing is eating it for you. Meanwhile, these other guys, what they're doing is watching you dig a hole and jumping in with you and digging with you. I'm not doing that. Fuck that. That's a lot of this guru mentality bullshit. These guys are real quick to grab a shovel and dig the hole for you. I'm not doing that. That's the biggest thing with the whole blueprints. Dude, I gave you guys everything I have. Like, that's there's not much I can do. There's not much more. That's it. Like, you got a full process. You have the system that I use to get $12,000 retainers to work for a month for a company and fix their business. Same system, same exact system. Same thing applies to our wholesaling businesses too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to notice, like, I'll have students reach out to me and be like, hey, will you review this deal? I'm like, yeah. And then they send it to me in a way that's actually presentable. It looks great. I don't need to ask questions. Or like, Ryan, I'll always use you as an example. Like, your LOIs that you send out, they just look awesome. They look great. They look good. They feel good. They convey a level of professionalism I do not see other wholesalers doing. Meanwhile, so many people just copy over scripts from some other community where it's just bullshit. It's so bad. And it's like you don't even realize it's bad. Nobody even knows. Because they just get told by someone who points at the screen of what to do, and it's a gimmick. It's just all a gimmick. I refuse to do it. No, I won't. So, with all of that being said, you have the 28-day blueprint, got everything you need right here, you guys. The videos are there. I really want people to do it. I really want people to try it. Give me feedback. Tell me about it. Tell me what worked. Tell me what didn't work. Create Catalyst Pulse. If you need help with it, just let me know. I will do it with you. I will record it. I will send you the recording. You will have everything you need. Does that make sense to everyone? Any questions? Thank all of you guys for joining in so much over the course of these episodes. We're gonna keep making more. It's gonna be a lot more tailored to what you guys want, what you need, ways to build your business. So we're gonna keep doing video series. We're gonna keep doing tutorials, phone calls, negotiation tactics, all these things. Those are all still coming and happening. So thank you all for the continued interaction and questions and everything. Really excited about launching Catalyst Command alongside this because I think that's all anybody really needs. I think someone can actually join Catalyst, join the community, be a part of it, feel like they're at home, feel like they're getting help, and have a business within 30 days. I don't see many other communities I can say that about. So I'm really proud of what I'm creating. I'm excited. I'm really ready to just be more organic and transparent and real as I can and just take this to the next level now. So again, thank you guys.